Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to World at War Comics. My good friend, second time on the show, Mr. Brandon Starocci. Brandon, thanks for joining me again, man. I had a blast the last time you were on. It feels like it's been forever, and it hasn't. It's only been since
I know, I know,
February.
I know. It definitely feels like a long, long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago at all. Here we are again.
Here we are again, man. So you have a Kickstarter that is about to start in September. It will be
Yeah.
issue 6, but is it also a trade where it takes all of 1 through 6?
So we're not going to be doing the full trade paperback for this Kickstarter coming up. So this one will be just the issue 6. We'll obviously have some nice rewards adding to the tiers and all that as well. But this is strictly just going to be the issue 6, the finale of the whole season, kind of that we've been leading up towards. But this will just be the issue itself, not the whole trade paperback. We have plans for that coming in the future.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we were just talking about Demetrius, the artist.
Yeah.
It's literally next level art. This is insane. I was telling you, it
Yeah.
reminds me very much, especially the early 90s style from Image Comics, Todd McFarlane, maybe a little Mark Silvestri in there. Obviously, I don't know how old Demetrius is. I'm older, so I remember, going to the store and buying those comics and just, I mean, really, you didn't buy them for the stories, to be quite honest. You bought them because the art was so amazing. But
Yeah.
holy crap, man, this is next level.
Yeah, he obviously has a huge talent, and we're very, very lucky to have him a part of the team and to have him be as dedicated as he is, being that kind of individual. Because without his dedication, without his skill and all that stuff too, I don't think Avalon would be nowhere near the level it is right now without him. He really brings a lot to the table. But like you said, the Todd McFarlane, I've heard a lot from a lot of people. He has to be taking some sort of inspiration from it. It's very enjoyable artwork. I love seeing he comes up with some amazing things each issue that goes on.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I found myself just going through the art. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm not reading the story, so I had to go back a page to read the story. No
To
offense, man, the
get
story is
lost in it.
amazing,
Yeah.
but I'm like
No,
just
100.
blown away by the grayscale and then the blood being red, and it's chef's kiss, bro. It's amazing, man. So let me do this before we jump into Kickstarter. There's a couple page, if you're okay. I don't want to give anything away,
Mhm. No,
um,
sure.
but we got to show the cover at least.
Hmm.
Let me just download it as a PDF because I'm still looking at it through the Google Doc. So bear with me. But man, everyone needs to see this art. The cover on issue 5. Like if you're not familiar with Avalon and the storyline that's been going on with Andy and Miller and the family and everything that's going on in this town, boy, you're in for a treat, man, because this is wild, man. And there's like real like people die. This is not like other
Yeah.
comic books where no worry, they'll come back. Nah, they're
Yeah.
gone.
No, that's as simply as that, and like you said, we are talking about it a little bit as well as issue 5. I mean, they're all great covers by Dimitris, but issue 5 is definitely my favorite. There's a lot of hidden detail, a lot of small things in there that just speak volumes to characters, to the story, and to the progression of all that as well. It's just a beautiful work of art that he can do.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So I'm gonna just share the screen real quick just so you could take a look at this. This is insane. Check out the artwork. Incredible. Andy's just looking right at you, but you could kind of get an
Yep.
idea of everything that's kind of going on at the same time. So it does tell you a little bit of the story without giving too much. It kind of makes you think a little bit, but man, the bullets, the police badge, the everything about it is just absolutely insane. And like I want to show the picture of Miller, but I don't want to give anything away, so maybe we won't.
Oh, that one's fine because that one was promoted on our Kickstarter last time we had a Kickstarter. So that's definitely okay to show. Yeah, we've
There
shown
you
that
go,
ourselves as
man.
well. Beautiful, beautiful panel
Dude.
layout. Demetrius's idea as well. He did an awesome job with that. That wasn't even in the script. I had there's no way I could come up with words half the time with some of the things he's able to do, and he just nailed that one for sure.
Yeah, he absolutely did. I mean, Miller looks badass right there. But just the detail is just look at the neck, the veins, the teeth.
Yep.
Like I could stare at this for a while. I was saying, not that the other panels aren't amazing, but just remove all of that and let's give me a big giant T-shirt of Miller. Just
Doing the whole growl and all that, the whole transition. It's definitely beautiful piece of art right there. I remember when he sent me that for the first time.
Yeah.
Even the pencil stages was just like crazy to me. And then when he kind of did the whole coloring, the grayscale and all that, it was just like amazing. It was just amazing to me.
Yeah, he is extremely talented. What you all are doing over at 1282 with Avalon is absolutely incredible too, man. The storyline is awesome.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, there's like real stakes in this story. And you're seeing like people very close to the main characters lose their lives, right? Obviously, in the town,
Yeah.
people are dying. Maybe I don't want to give too much away, but maybe you could give your elevator pitch for anybody that's not familiar with Avalon, because it is a dope storyline, man.
Yeah, basically, in a nutshell, Avalon is a zombie apocalypse story that follows the Castle family. The Castle family is a dysfunctional family that has a lot of issues in the past that arise in the present with the zombie apocalypse also starting as well. Few characters have been away from each other for a very, very long time, and now the apocalypse kind of forces them together. So they have to deal with their issues amongst each other. On top of that, we have a lot of depth put into the characters. With that being said, it's about mental health and real life physical health issues that people deal with on a day-to-day basis. So we really wanted to ingrain that in the characters and the story itself. Me personally, I've seen so many zombie stories in the past that just kind of touch on it a bit and it kind of just fades away into the background. But these two things are going to be very like twined with the storyline moving forward.
Yeah, no, you could definitely see all of that throughout the storyline. And the family really is the center of the story. And you could see the dysfunction, but you could see the
Mhm.
care they have for one another. And obviously, when you're going through a tragedy, that really leaves a lot of questions as to what is
Mhm.
going on. You could see, even with dysfunction, how you could still come together to get things done. But there's a lot of chaos, man, a lot of chaos.
Yeah, there definitely is. In this first season, there's a lot of chaos, and it was funny because when we first were talking about the writing process of it, we kind of, as much as we love Ellen and I, which helped me with season one of this whole deal, we loved the beginning of the apocalypse so much, we almost rushed through it by accident, to get to the juice of the story that we have kind of later on coming. And then we kind of sat back, took our old script back, and really stretched out and made this first, like basically the first six issues as like the first night. So as long as you can kind of see how that plays out if you've never read any of the issues yet, but it still has that fast pace, it has that slow pace, it has things that make sense to us, and we hope it makes sense to everybody else as well. I mean, only readers would be able to kind of judge it themselves, but we really appreciate the beginning of the apocalypse as well and the whole chaos that it kind of is stuck with that.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's incredible. Well, let's go ahead and pull up the Kickstarter. It doesn't start until I guess the first week of September, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's what we're looking at. Yep.
Yeah.
No specific real date yet, but it's going to be that first week of September for sure.
Perfect. So, I mean, what I would encourage everybody to do, and we'll make sure that this is the link is placed below, but just get over
Thank you.
there and make sure you save it. Let's get as many followers as possible of the Kickstarter. Obviously, that's really crucial that you get a good, strong start. But man, this
Yeah.
comic is dope.
Thank you. Yeah. And even this banner alone has a lot of thought. And this is Dimitris again, just coming in clutch with this thing. There's so many hidden messages. There's so much to look at in this banner alone. And like I said, a lot of people, I mean, stuff that we've done in the past as well. The banner was just something to look, that looks cool. This one not only looks cool to me, there's a lot of hidden message in it as well. So for anybody that loves the hidden message or like the hidden little Easter eggs as well, you can really dissect this a little bit and start doing some theories. There's some stuff in there, and it's not very hard to figure out as well. I guess is a small little spoiler for people that are kind of looking for things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that is crazy, man. But yeah, we'll make sure we put this below. Make sure that you all hit that follow, and then you'll be notified if you have an account with Kickstarter as soon
Mhm.
as it goes live. If you don't have an account, this is a comic worth creating an account for to check out, man. And again, arc one or season one will be finished with issue 6, which is cool.
Mhm.
So you could sit back for an hour or two and really just take your time and go through it and enjoy the art, and really
Mhm.
get that first season out of the way, right? Like you would on Netflix, you can go ahead and binge the first 6 issues.
Yeah, In a beautiful manner, though, too. Just like you said, you could really admire the artwork of Dimitris. You don't have to kind of wait for the first season to kind of finally, or get the next issue by the time you're getting it all right here. And like I said earlier as well, the volume itself will come out later. Like the book that I know a lot of people like to read, including myself, is having that just full book of the whole arc. That'll be coming out later on, but this is specifically for issue 6. We have a lot of cool tiers that we're going to be offering as well. Something more specific is like a gold tier. We're going to be doing a gold cover or a gold foil cover for the original variant of the standard cover as well, to kind of signify that it's the end. You know what I mean? So let's add some cool kind of merch as well, including this is one thing that I'm thinking about adding as well, as one of the bigger things, because it's unfortunately very expensive for me to make. So it's going to be one of the expensive tiers. We're going to be customizing real life police badges for Andy and Miller, and making police wallet badges with the identification cards of Andy and Miller, but two separate ones. So that's kind of like a cool thing that I think is very cool, because I like those kind of things as well, those merchandise things. But those are going to be two big, the two big tiers that we're going to be aiming towards getting done and putting in here as well.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. That's awesome. Well, you saw the badge, so I can't even
Yeah.
wait to see what the foil cover is going to look like, right? You got the bullets that are gold. There's so much like gold hints on that cover that it's going to pop, man. It's going to look pretty dope.
Oh, 100%. It definitely is. And again, to tag on Dimitris' stuff, he really, like, we were talking about figuring out this whole how we're going to do this foil thing, how is it going to look cool and all that. And he to go back to Dimitris being just like that grinder, he's figuring out all the information he needs to do to just really make this cover pop. And the best thing for Dimitris that he brings to the table is he's a fan first. And he's a fan of Avalon. He's a fan of just making, he's a fan of just art, period. Obviously, he's an artist. So he wants to just do things that he likes. That, like, the same goes for me. Like something that I know I like, I want to generate towards that a little bit. And I'm assuming a lot of people like it as well. And same goes for Demetrius. I can't speak for him, but I can only just speak for what I kind of think I know. But again, he brings it to the table. He's a fan first, and then and then it's a job second. And that's the beautiful kind of nature that he brings to this kind of project too, to make it do what it does.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, man, what an accomplishment to get through the first kind of season, though. How long has this been going on to get to? Is this 3 years, 4 years in the making? What does it look like for you to get to this issue?
So we released our first issue in 2022, I believe, in
Oh,
March of
okay.
2022. So it's been a couple of years now. So it's been a couple of year journey. Obviously, we've had some ups and downs with just not really Kickstarters. Kickstarters we've had phenomenal. We did phenomenal with. We've funded every single one, but just little things. Everybody has daily life things that go on and all that stuff. So you have those obstacles that life brings on. But overall, we're here now. We're finally at the end of the season 1. We're excited for it. It's a huge kind of conclusion to what we've been telling for the last 5 issues. We're very excited about this script as well. And again, just seeing the artwork that Dimitris is kind of putting out for this already is just beautiful. You guys are in for a treat for that alone. Uh, and just the storytelling and kind of answering a lot of the questions that we've kind of proposed in the last few issues, and also making new questions for season 2. We have a lot of cool stuff coming for everybody too. This is going to be one of my favorite issues. Again, I say that each time, but it's true every single time I say it. This one's my favorite issue so far.
I mean, in 2.5 years or so, or not even that, right? Maybe 2 years to be able to get through 6 issues as an independent creator is pretty aggressive, to be honest. That's pretty impressive. Most people are doing 1 to 2 issues a year, just because the process just takes a long time, especially when you're not doing it full time. And the money, right? A
100%.
lot of times you have to
Yeah.
fund everything
Yeah.
up front, which not
Yeah.
everyone could do, right?
Right, and that's definitely the big things that we had to overcome and deal with as well. Those are part of the obstacles that we had to kind of go through. And here we are. Just like you said, we're glad to be here again. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everybody who helped us supporting in the last Kickstarters as well, sharing our posts, liking our posts, all the people who kind of give to Avalon to make it be what it is today. We simply would not be here with that alone, with that simple fact alone. And that's one thing I try to make sure everybody that supports us understand or knows, that we feel that way for them. We feel that gratitude and all that, as well as So I feel like it's almost annoying for me to keep saying thank you to him because I do very often, but we truly love everyone who helps us out because we wouldn't be here without everybody supporting our last Kickstarters, sharing our posts, liking our pages, and etc.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, that's word of mouth is so important when it comes to
Hmm.
independence because especially when you're dealing with like a Kickstarter that has probably like 400, 500 comics to choose
Yeah.
from, right? You really need a lot of people talking about it to get out of the noise, move your way through all the noise, right?
Right. You said it perfectly there. That's kind of like the one thing that I always tell myself as well is it's a very, compact kind of industry right now. And like you said, just trying to move yourself forward and you need the support to do it. Other people talking about you, other people mentioning you, and just simply seeing the stuff in general. And like you said, having the people to back it and help us move forward is definitely the most important part.
Yeah, absolutely. So what does it look like, Brandon, as far as like the next year? So obviously don't want to go too far, right? We're talking about a Kickstarter that hasn't even started, but you're done with season two. Are you already working on, or it's done with season one? Are you already working on season two? And have you started to kind of write that and plot that?
Yeah, so season two, we're about halfway. So we know how season two is going to be. We have the whole structure of the 6 issues in season two, which is going to be 6 issues again. Um, we're a little over halfway done with the dialogue and the panel layouts and all that as well. So that's going to be done by the end of the year for sure. We're and so that's going to be done. We're going to be working on this as well. But before that even starts, we start working on that. Dimitris is very adamant that he wants to remake issue one because when you look at issue one compared to issue two and so on, and in his latest work as well, he's evolved so much. So he's very adamant he wants to do a remake for issue one before we even drop the volume. So, and within I don't know how many months or next year sometime, I don't know an exact time frame, obviously, but we're going to be doing a Kickstarter as well for the issue one remake and the trade paperback volume. So that's going to be one combined it in for each other. And again, he showed me already a couple pages that he's worked on just whenever he has free time for the remake of issue one, and they're phenomenal. I mean, nothing to take away from his issue one because obviously that was our first kind of job together and working with each other. And nothing to take away from it. It's a classic style to me right now. But to see his artwork and to see his old style kind of and the remake that he's with his new style that he brings to the pages as well as such a beautiful kind of transition. And one of the things to kind of tag along with that, 'cause I know I'm rambling a bit, but
Oh, it's good.
is with that Kickstarter, whatever we have left of the original art style, we're not going to be reprinting that anymore. That's going to be the last print of the original art style. So we're not going to be selling any more of the original art style. It'll only be printed in the remake. So I guess if you're a comic book collector and you believe in those deals, that now and that next Kickstarter would be the time to get the original art of issue one because once those sell out again for prints, we're done printing those ones. Those will just be antiques basically.
Collector's items, like you said, they'll be collector's items.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So you already have everything for this Kickstarter planned out as far as all the different rewards that people could get and all the different, and I assume all 6 issues will be available for people that are brand new to Avalon to be able
Yep.
to order all 6 at like some sort of a package that they could get for all 6.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to be doing the obviously the PGF catch up. It's going to be obviously a little bit cheaper, but we're going to have the physical catch up as well. I'm not sure how many slots we're going to have available for people to get them, just because since you have 6 books now, it's a little bit harder to kind of jump all of them out there and send them all at once. And which is not a big deal because even if you buy it at our store now, we're able to do it, But just kind of keeping it the quantity, stay, between the website and then the Kickstarter as well, because obviously we're going to be generating and hoping that people push for the Kickstarter because you're going to be getting more with it. We're hoping to once we have some stretch goals passed, you're going to have some cover prints, you're going to have some other things that stickers and all that stuff that comes with it as well. So uh, that's obviously what we're going to be doing, but we're going to have all those available for people to catch up so people can kind of see it all in one, which is going to be a beautiful thing.
That's awesome, man. Oh, I can't wait to
Yeah.
see issue 6. Issue 5 just blew me away with, I mean, the storyline, right? It's kind of a tearjerker.
Yeah.
Again, we don't want to give too much away, but a lot happens in issue 5. I can't imagine what's going to happen in issue 6 after just catching up with issue 5. It's insane, man. It's such a good title, and the writing is good, and obviously the art is just next level. It reminds me of old school Image comics, man. It really does.
Thank you very much. Those compliments, they go a long way for all of us, part of the team as well. We all kind of, do our job. We all try to do as much as we can and pour our heart into it as well. If that's Dimitris with the art style, if that's everybody in the writing room as well, we put all of our heart into it as well. And to hear stuff like that as well, it goes a long way. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's beautiful, man. Anything else that we're missing, Brandon?
No, that would be basically it. Obviously, just the Kickstarter kind of coming out that time, and obviously check us out and share us and all that stuff. But yeah, we're pretty much good there.
100%. I'm gonna put all the links for social media. We'll make sure you put the Kickstarter link, your website for people to go check it out. But man, Avalon is something you should be looking at. It is amazing, man. The art alone, man.
Thank
Even
you.
if there was no words, you'd be like, damn. And then you throw the words in there, and you get all emotional from the story, and you see the just kind of the distrust amongst them sometimes, and there's just so much going on. And I just think there's a lot of they just don't understand what's all happening, right? It's all, like you said, this first day, and it's like, what the hell is going on? So I think they're all normal emotions that you would go through if this was happening in your life. And yeah, it's insane, man.
Thank you. Yeah. And right, just to touch one, a little bit on
Yeah.
that as well is just, we obviously, again, we were going to push out an issue 1 script that we weren't really happy with before you saw all what you saw. The original script was basically issues 1 through 3 condensed into one issue, which was, if you could think of that for 1 second, it's like, wow, that would have been rushed through completely. So we actually went back, took it back, and stretched it out and really allowed scenes to breathe and kind of readers take in moments and understand things, and then speed things up and then slow things down. But we try to do a perfect tempo, and that's why, again, it's important for me to have writers around me to make sure that tempo is staying at bay. It's worse I'm staying on the tracks, because sometimes I can get some wild ideas, but have people around me to make sure we don't get too crazy or caught up in something that doesn't need to be caught up in.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's so good, bro. So good, man. Congratulations to you and the entire team, man. But yeah, Avalon looks awesome. And boy, if we could get to like 100 followers before you even go live, I think that would be incredible. I think that's very doable, man. Just keep showing this cover on issue 5, man. It's really cool.
I'll make sure to really make that a point to really show this cover and all that stuff as well. But
or even Miller, just that one picture of Miller would just blow people away, man. It's incredible, man.
I'll definitely start doing that as well. It was really a push for the last campaign, but now, it definitely will. We're going to be showing some interior art from past issues as well, so people, because obviously it'll be new to different people as well. So really show them what Dimitris brings to the table.
Right on, Brandon, man. Well, congratulations, brother. If there's anything that I could do to help, of course, I'll blast this everywhere. But congratulations on getting through this first season, man. That's a huge accomplishment for an indie creator. You're going pretty quick, I think, compared to the norm, which is awesome, man. It's impressive.
I appreciate the compliments there too. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, it's really good seeing you. You're always welcome, man. So as soon as we jump into season 2, we'd love to have you back. Or anything else you all are working on over at 1282, just let me know. I'd love to have you back. But great work. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah, we would love to come back. Thank you for even having me back the second time around. But again, we would love to come back, and thank you again for all the kind words.
Absolutely, man. Well, I hope you have a great week. I will blast this everywhere. Hopefully we can get to those 100 followers, man, before you
I know
that live. And then, yeah, man, we'll see. There's no doubt you're not gonna fund, man. You've done such a great job on Kickstarter, and issue 6, right, is pivotal to the season 1. So let's see if we can't get some new readers to join, man.
Awesome. Definitely. We love new people, a part of the family as well. There's always room for more.
Exactly, man. All right, Brandon. Well, it was appreciate you joining me again, man. Thank you for entrusting me with your story of Avalon, and let me know when you need to come back on, my friend. I'd love to have you back, man. I'm a big fan of your work.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.